Hey everybody, what's up, and welcome back to CCLP4. We are on level 16, Reservoir Frogs, which is a level I designed. This is one that I'm actually really proud of, and oops, I forgot to turn the sound back on. There we go. See, this level is really interesting. It's got this whole concept of having teeth on water, and then you have to go to places like this, so then they'll all start dropping like flies. And basically, this is a level that's kind of built around the name. Reservoir Frogs, for those who haven't seen my, or anyone else's Let's Play of the Frogger 1997 game, is a level in that game. And basically it was a level with a lot of slime and stuff, but since slime doesn't exist anywhere except CC2, I chose to use it in this way instead. Where you have a bunch of water and there's teeth clogging up all the stuff. So the whole idea was to make a maze where you would open up sections by going to certain places in a certain order. And I think it worked out pretty well. I really like the way this turned out. There we go. So now we'll get to this area. And it looks like we need, yep, there's the fire boots. I can't remember, did I die in the last video? I don't think we've had a death yet. I want to say we have not. We'll have to see when the first death of the Let's Play happens. Oops. Well, it might happen right now. Oh, we made it. That was lucky. Okay, I think there's a chip under the block. Yeah, there you go. Whoops. Alright, so there's extra chips here, but what we really need is this blue key, so we can go through there, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go back up through here. Cool, alright, so that is it. It's also got a really fun boulder route as well, so it was definitely a very challenging one to find. Moving on to the three trials, which was made by Michael, I don't know if it's Sugantino, like sugar, or Sugantino, but either way, solve the 3 trials to proceed. So there's 3 different things to do here. You can see here this is an item swapper thing. But we need some boots to get in there. And it looks like we're going to need some blocks or monsters to get over there. Probably blocks, given that we need flippers. And they're locked behind water. And we got this blue wall maze over here, which is pretty cool. I like all the pointless space right there that's used for dead ends. In fact, I think if we go over here we can find, yeah, this path goes there. Alright, so now on the left side, we can hopefully, yes, here we go, we can find some blocks. So let's do this. Oop, I forgot to push this one there. There we go. Okay. And we get a... oh. Well, here's the first death of the Let's Play. It was down here. Can't get inside there now. Alright, let's start this one over. Thankfully the level's not too long. I don't know if we actually count that as a death, though, because that, I mean, yeah, we had to start the level over, but we didn't really die to monster hazards. Alright, this time we'll push it the right way. There we go. Okay, so now let's push these blocks. Whoops. This sometimes happens. The game just suddenly goes to the left a bunch. Hang on. I have no idea what causes that. It's like my keyboard gets locked up or something. Okay, there we go. If I use the numpad, somehow that corrects the problem. I'll have to look into that. This is a new computer, so I don't really know all of its quirks yet. I'm sure there's something that you can do that activates that, where you have to use the numpad to make it stop. You know what I really need to do? I really need to replace some of the sound effects here. Because I really don't like that thief sound, that... Okay, let's leave that one there. And I think we just need a couple more, right? Because after we get the flippers, it's just the bombs that we would need to take care of then. Okay, so now we can actually get the suction boots, so that's nice. You know I've been kind of a little bit whiny about a story for this set. If you're in the CC community, I brought this up a bunch of times. But honestly, I don't miss it very much. The only thing is that I do feel like something like this that the community builds could use something like that just to add some flavor, but that's just my personal preference. It's not really a big deal. Chips Challenge is not really the sort of game that's served by a story anyway, so... Alright, so we made it to the exits, and we can move on to Inferno Dynamics. So this title actually is one that I came up with. I forgot what the name of this... I think it was like Fire Factory or something. Yeah, it was Fire Factory because there was a level later on called Fireworks Factory, so I thought it'd be best to rename this to something so that the two levels would be more easily differentiated. So I used this title, which I actually lifted from an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode called The Laws of Inferno Dynamics. So, yeah, it wasn't entirely original. But it's a pretty fun level. It was made by a user called Blazing Apollo, and he's revealed his real name, but I forget how to pronounce it. It's like Jige Agunta I forget the last name. But I know the initials are GAP, because sometimes he goes by Gap, which is pretty cool. I like it when initials form like a word. Okay, so let's see if we can outrun these teeth. So yeah, this level is basically kind of a sequential... I don't know if I should call it an item swapper, but I guess that is basically what it is. You go through a bunch of little challenges, and then you get in here. And now we'll get to destroy all of these. So in Linked, you can easily put the block on the fire and then slap it, which really helps with making the level a little bit quick. More quick than it would have been. Okay. Okay, I don't want to risk that. There we go. And now we can get flippers and go to the exits. There we go. Alright, so that is Inferno Dynamics. Really fun, kind of central element themed level. Conservation of Keys. This is a level by Josh Lee, which I played in Josh L5. And, whoops, that is not the solution, my bad. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I know there's a way you can... Was it this? There's like a way that's very simple that you can use to get through everything. Okay, we need to get through to another red door. Man. Another blue door, please. We need more yellows. I guess we can just use these here. Nope. I think we're out. Nope, wait a minute. There we go. Now we're out. So now we can go back. I like this level because it basically uses this concept of nail traps that was introduced in CCLP4 with levels like, what was it? Motion Blur and Zelgon's Lair. But it uses it in a way that's not mean, and I really appreciate that. So this is another level by Josh called It's No Skin Off My Teeth, which was in Josh L5 as well, and this one's really interesting. It basically has this concept in which you have to get the teeth around to different stations here with a monster, and no matter where you position the teeth, the monster will always end up... Whoops. That was totally not what I meant to do. The monster will always end up where you need it to go, because there's plenty of space here for that to happen. And you really couldn't get the teeth out anyway, in time at least. To affect the monster's path, that is. So I've optimized this level a whole bunch, because getting the bold time on this was a real challenge. But it was definitely a fun route to puzzle out. And we got one more chip, and this one actually involves a little bit more. as this fireball is going to have to go into another zone over there for it to actually complete its route. And there's no way to really prevent that. Alright, there we go. And now we can just direct the teeth into the exit. There's also a hint you can read in the lower left, but we're not going to do that. Cool. Alright, so now we've moved on to another level by Jeffrey, which is called Glacial Palace. Don't waste your keys. Alright, first things first, I'm going to put that there, so I happen to know we're going to need to do that. And we get 4 red keys, and I'm going to try to use as few of these as possible. We can get away with 3 here. Alright, so we can get up to 2 blue keys here. And then we got a little My Friend section there. The teeth is on a button, so we'll go ahead and do that, that, and then that. And we got invisible walls. Cool stuff. And then up here we've got a recessed wall maze. A very well designed one too. Okay, so now here's where we use the rest of those keys. So now we just need to block that up. I use that mechanism a lot in CCLP4, like in Floating Plaza. I remember I did that, and I was actually proud of the fact that I did that. I kind of ripped it off how to get around in Venice. But I always like that mechanism. I think it's pretty neat. Alright, Bodyguards. This is another Andrew Menzies level from the other 100 tiles. They protect you at a price. Don't let them steal any boot until you've used it once. Okay. So, the thing is, right now we can actually get around without any sort of monster problems. And we can still do that until we get a boot. So we need to use flippers there. It's actually really helpful to go and study what goes where, as far as what boot needs to be used where. There we go, let's run across here. I happen to know the fire is on the left side, so we'll do that. Okay, so now we can get rid of the fire boots. You don't need to do that. Okay, so now we get flippers, and we know where the water is. It's right over here. And we get a yellow key. And I think the yellow door is all the way down this way. Alright, so we're going to need to go all the way around here again. I guess you could go up to the top right area, but personally I think that is slower, if I'm not mistaken. And that's it. We can now exit. There's also invisible walls to each side of that socket there, so you can't go explore on the outside. Alright, moving onward to Western Standards of Living, a Josh level from Josh L6. So this level was designed as part of that palette competition that I mentioned in my Josh L7 Let's Play. Did I mention it in that Let's Play? I'm trying to remember. I know I've mentioned it somewhere. Oh, where have I mentioned that? There's that palette competition where you had to use like a certain set of tiles when building a level. And I want to say, hang on. Yeah, Josh's levels that he made for that are in Josh L6. I'm trying to remember why I would mention them somewhere else, because I haven't LP'd Josh L6. Oh, man. I can't remember. But anyway, it's an item swapper, but the whole thing is that you're not supposed to step on any square adjacent to any of these monsters. So right there was a bomb that blocked the way, but we got rid of it with the trap button. Alright, and then we got a cool little maze up here, which looks really neat. So we need to blow up those bombs if we're going to get through. So let's clone 3. And here we just need to keep going until we get the red key. It's a really simple level, but it kind of messes with you if you're not really familiar with this aesthetic very much. So you just got to be careful. Okay, so let's get rid of the boots, and we'll go down here. I like this bottom section with the balls all in these columns like this. It's really cool. Oh, I think I should have done it the other way around for being faster, but it's alright. We did it! There, now we did it. So that was fun. These levels are pretty simple, so I don't really have a whole lot to say about them, but let's see, the next one is an item swapping kind of level called It's Easy Being Green, also by Josh. There's a button here, and we got a dodging section with these blobs. Let's get rid of all those so they'll die a little bit more easily. We need a red key to get in there, which we can grab right here. And now the blobs are gone, which is awesome. Okay, so we're going to need to get blocks down there because of the trap button and whatnot. So let's try to see what we can do about that. Looks like there's also an opportunity to use a block here. Or do we need to get that out? Looks like we can't actually take it in there. Let's see. Oh, we need to go over here. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, right. There you go. We can open that up. I don't think I needed to do that, but oh well. And we get fire boots. Cool. Alright, let's go in here and do this one. We get a blue key with this, which I will use right there. Oh, and there's another blue key here. Oh, I didn't mean to flick that off, but oh well. Send it down the slide. And we're going to need to destroy that bomb, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. I don't want to go through the green door because we don't have all the chips yet. But we will here in a sec. Oh, wait a minute. I should have held down the button first. Let's go ahead and fix that with this block. There we go. And now we can get the last chip. This level's not my favorite, but I do like the amount of stuff it puts into the space. And now we can set up a nail right here. Cool. Alright, next up is a really interesting level, Difficulty Switch, which was a part of, I believe, Pit of 100 Tiles by Andrew Menzies. The longer you wait to hit this button, the slower the tanks and walls will switch. I'm going to go ahead and just hit it right away, because I like having stuff start right away. So this level is really interesting. It's got this mechanism, and like that's pretty much exactly what the hint said, where you get to determine the speed of everything. And it's really fascinating. And I finally died. I'm actually kind of happy about that. I can now say it happened on this level. Alright, let's actually get the fire boots first. Okay, there we go. This section, I think, took well, the whole mechanism for making this work, you can actually visit after you open up the socket. Whoop. I kind of got used to some of the timing on this, although clearly I've forgotten about a lot of it. A little too quick there. I don't believe there's a version of this in which you can get stuck. You're always going to have some degree of wiggle room or some sort of out of sync sliding with the timing of the presses. So that's kind of nice. I mean, that section's a little bit annoying if you're not good with the timing, but I think the faster it is, the trickier it is. Which is why the level is called Difficulty Switch, I guess. Alright, this next section is pretty simple. You just need to collect a bunch of chips and stuff and just watch out for the tanks. This is more of an issue in Lynx, I think. Alright, there's one final... well, a few final things, but... there we go. Okay, so let's go over here, because there's something we need here, mainly this green key. And then we can make our way to the exit. Oh, we need a yellow key. I forgot about that. Let's go back and grab that. Okay, that's going to be a little annoying. There we go. Okay, now we got our key. And we can open this up. There we go. And now we can go down here and look at the mechanism that was used. I think there was a fireball that started on here. And then this whole thing here with the teleports and traps kind of determined where it ended up. And then there's this thing here that clones a block, I believe, onto certain spaces, depending on how slow you want it to go. This was developed by Random8 or Ryan from the CC community, and I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so that is it for difficulty switch. Really inventive level. And now on to another Josh level, Shrub. So this came out of Josh L6, and one of the recurring themes that Josh explored in that set was monsters on top of unconventional tiles for monsters, at least. And this was certainly one of those. I personally like this one because you kind of have to switch your brain back and forth between things like this, where you can walk along the sides of the monsters, and then other stuff like these areas in here, where opening up a green door or clearing dirt might send the monster right at you. So you got to be really careful about what's what. Okay, we can't not go through there, so let's go this way. Yeah, it's a pretty easy level overall. It's as long as your observational skills are fine. And I apparently can't get through that either. Let's see. We can go through there and then go there. Can I go through that? That arrangement of Paramecia, where there's like one and then 3 spaces in the horizontal direction and 1 space in a vertical direction, you can't pass through those. And that's used to pretty good effect here. Alright, where are we going with this? Where are the last few chips? Did we go to all the way to the lower left? I thought we did. Yeah, we did. Oh, here we go. There's one there. Okay, where's the other one? It's not right by the exit, is it? It is. Alright, so that was 50 seconds slower than Bold, but that's alright. Alright, Suburban Legend. This is absolutely one of my favorite levels in the set. It's a Jeffrey level, and it's got this really cool grid thing here. The trap button links to the top trap. The chip guarded by teleports can be obtained by partial posting from the left. So this level has a very interesting item swapper thing, but the kind of the fun part about it is that you don't actually need to get everything in order to succeed. You can actually leave this stuff on the right side alone, except for the blue key and the button there. So I guess half the stuff. And so we'll go up through the top trap, like the hint said. Green key. So now I'm going to use this this block over here on this water space here guarding the fire boots. So this will enable us to get the yellow key that's by the clone button. So let's clear the way for the clone machine. And I'm going to go ahead and take this down here and prepare the way. Alright. So we can partial post. That was not as fast as I would have liked, but it's alright. So now we just wait for the teeth to get all the way over here. And now we can go back and go through here. It's a really fun level. I like the fact that you don't need everything. It's a really neat grid pattern as well. I do love levels that are matrixed, and this is definitely a good one. Alright, moving on to another Josh L6 level, Zephyr Heights. So this level, I've actually got a funny story behind this one. I think it was 2016, was it? And I was stuck in an airport due to a delayed flight. And I was playing through Josh L6 and trying to optimize some of the levels. And this one was one of the ones that I was definitely obsessing over, because it has a lot of room for optimization, and there's a lot of different possibilities that you can go through, especially with these monster cycles, with different combinations of collecting chips. There's all sorts of things. We need to go here first. And I don't know if I managed to get the time I got by the time I got on the plane. I think I did, and I was really proud of it too. But the whole point being, when CCLP4 came out, Josh had actually made a change that I think made one chip not isolated or something like that. I forget what it was. But I remember being like, whoa, my time is no longer valid because of this. Like, one little thing totally ruined the whole thing, because this chip was no longer on a force slide or something. Or maybe the force slide was made shorter, or something was affected that it made me not able to boost, I think was what it was. So I had to adjust the entire route to make it actually work. And I was actually really proud of this route that I came up with for CCLP4. I think it's a really solid route. I don't see it being beaten. Let's see, I think we just need to go up to that yellow door area. And I appreciate the fact that there's not really any lucky timing. Like, you can see everything before you get to it, for the most part. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I had to optimize this level at least a couple of times in MS, but hey, totally cool. I'm glad I got to do it. Alright, let's get up to level 30. We should be able to do that. Flipper departments. Another Josh L6 level, and this one has sort of some inspiration, I think, from Thief, You've Taken All That Was Me from CCLP1. The whole concept is that you got these flippers and thieves, and you got to use them in 4 separate, non-linearly reached areas. And each area has a different sort of challenge. It's like this one here. The trick to this one is you got to make sure you don't take all the flippers when you start, because you'll need at least one after you push the last block. So the one in the upper left is the one that you shouldn't touch until you really need it. So just be careful of that. So after you get it stolen, you can just go back here and grab it, which is pretty nifty. Tell you what, let me go to this one next up top, because this one involves a little bit of dodging. It's not really that bad, because you can just work your way across the whole thing. I think that area was originally different. I can't remember how, but I remember it being harder, I think. This is another route that's pretty tricky to optimize, but it's definitely a lot of fun. Wait, I can just go through here, which I think is what you need to do. Then we go here. I like this section because it reminds me a lot of Lesson 4 from CC1, but with a twist. Okay, and then we just got one last chip to collect, and it's over here. Let's see. We do need both of them, but not at the same time. Okay, let's go through this one first and do that, and then we'll go to the other one. Oh. That was not a good idea. Let's never do that again. Alright. Should have done that room first. Oh well. Let's go over here and try it again. Go this way. There we go. Whoops. Come on. What? Wait a minute. What did I do wrong there? I'm going to look again. It's been a while since I've played this. Oh wait, I carry flippers on the way in. Duh. I don't have to collect one here. I keep messing that part up. Alright, we'll just go clockwise around the whole thing. I really like just how open the central area is here. Like, the minimalism is really nice. I like it when designers don't always feel the compulsion to fill things up. It's really something that I think we need to see more of. I think we are seeing more of it, by the way. Oh, I should have gone there last instead of doing that because the balls were timed perfectly for making it through. And I would have hit it anyway there. I'm trying to remember what level 30 is. Oh, I'm going to be racking my brain over that. What is level 30? I know what level 31 is. We'll find out in just a minute. Almost there. There we go. Okay, so now we can actually get over here through the socket and get all the flippers we want and exit. Hoodwinked. Okay, I thought this was level 31. My bad. Alright, so this is a really short level by CyberSnack. And in it, you got this really confined space in which you use teeth and dodge some monsters. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Alright. Gotta be very careful. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot about that. We had chips in front of the bomb. Okay. So now we got a large section here. There we go. We are all done. Head back. And now we can free the teeth that we used earlier. And get out of here. Really cool level. I like levels that where you go back to the beginning and get to use the elements there again. And this is definitely one of those. So, really cool all around. Alright everybody, next time we're going to take on Big Boulder Alley. Another level that was based on, or named after a Frogger level. So, hey, we're going to start 2 videos with a Frogger name level, so that's pretty cool. But until then, thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed yourself today, you guys know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you can get notified of the next episode. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side.